A big welcome to the South African Rotax Max Championships Round 1 here at Idube Raceway. It's the KwaZulu-Natal Kart Club, and we are looking forward to Round 1 here of this incredible South African Championship. Qualifying done and dusted as well, and not a bad effort out there in terms of DDM.
Yeah, look, it wasn't ideal. We would have liked the pole, but we've been working hard on the race pace, so that's what we've been concentrating on. It's something I feel that we're a bit stronger in. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting tomorrow.
Interesting way of doing the qualifying as well, compared to what we've done in the past, eh?
It is, but I suppose it's the same for everyone, and yeah, all good.
Not really a concern, eh?
No, it doesn't bother me.
What's the concern about the shortened version of the season and having to get those sort of 10 rounds in of the what are they, 14 available?
Yeah, look, we've kind of anticipated it, so we just prepared ourselves, and then we just got to get it done, really. But yeah, there's no time for real big mistakes or anything. You gotta get good results quick.
Portimao's calling. You've been there before, so
yeah, I've got a bit of redemption there. I raced with Michael the year after he got taken out, so I know that we did quite well. I got to the final. I had a bit of a mishap where a guy rode over me, so I was quite quick there. Yeah, so if I make it, I'm looking forward to it.
What's the plans for tomorrow?
Yeah, just beat Nick.
Perfect. Use a bit of chopping and changing in the class, which is not what you wanted to do, but you eventually found the slot, and third place is not a bad place to start.
Yeah, it's okay. A little bit off still, some work to do, but the hills here at Idube is quite tricky, so being out of the kart for so long, it takes a while to get back into it, so hopefully tomorrow we'll settle in and get a good race pace going and pick off the front too.
Now, we haven't asked anybody else this, but what have you done in the lockdown to sort of stay on target?
Oh, just some iRacing, I built a little simulator rig there at home and just try to keep there, but it's not the same as pulling like 2 or 3 Gs through Thunderdome, you know. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plans for tomorrow?
Well, Nick is quite quick, and Jono, obviously home circuit, he's got the rhythm going, so maybe I can get up front in the beginning and then just box it out with him a little bit.
And then moving on to the next two?
If I'm going to try and get my weight a little bit better still, get down into maybe to do some challenge races again. We came here with the idea of racing challenge, but Masters just suited us better this weekend.
So lockdown's over. Looks like qualifying didn't quite go according to plan, but I'm sure you've got some race pace for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try my best. Obviously, I normally do Max Masters, so I got thrown in to do some DD2. So yeah, I just gave it my best. I've been doing it for 2 or 3 years now, so yeah, it was just coming back to normal and just giving it all. But the 3-lap qualifying is not my forte, so just gave it what I could, and hopefully tomorrow I can do some bombing.
Chatted to Jono about that. It is a slightly different format, which kind of throws you out if you're not used to it, eh?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I thought I was going to go out near the back, but
listen, it all works out the same for everybody else, though. What's the plans for tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know. Just give it my best, eh? So if any gaps, take them. Do some Darren Binder on them.
I like to hear that, eh?
Yeah, give it a go, exactly.
We're watching out for that one on the dive bombs. This circuit is always great when it comes to the action that's supplied, but we've got 2 more tracks to go to in the championship. What's the plans for your side for 20?
Well, myself, I've got a second child coming, so I'm still, and he's coming in 1 week, so
sure.
So I'm humming and hawing. I don't know. Just we'll see how we go. We'll see what the wife says.
Well, good luck on that one. That's the most important thing, and all the very best for the season.
Sure. Thank you.
We'll see, of course, the multiple champion, 5-time world champion, Christian Morgado, up next in the DD2s. But down into turn 1, it's the 139er for Hell. No start. Oh, looks like they've given them the start. Looks like they've given them the start there, and they can head down towards turn 1. It is for Hell who leads out, and right on his tail is the 169 of Jonathan Peterson. Peterson looking to put the pressure on right from the word go. Then you got Eugene Brits, 91 coming up over the top there. The Black Knight looking for a chance to possibly close things down early on in the first 2. Whoa, how was that? A bit further back there. Big move from Alistair Mingay by the looks of things, diving through. And just get confirmation of 177. Mingay just putting in a very late ditch down into Kangaroo and making it stick up to 5th place. Make that 6th place as they come through and into an incredible start to this one. Remember, 15 laps of action now, and Mingay dives through. Good move there. Moves up to 5th place, getting through onto the 128 of Eric Mazzopi. Mazzopi dropping down 1 position. Front end, it's 139 for Hale, getting away, trying to open up a bit of a margin now over Jonathan Peterson. Shane Foley there in 4th place, just behind Eugene Brits, and then the second group led out at this point in time by Alistair Mingay and Mazzopi. action here from them as they go down to the bottom and over the top of the second part of pipeline, the return pipeline here, and over there we can see a little bit of maneuvering happening. Ryan Wild trying to close down as well, trying to close down the gap there for the second group that's led out by Mingay. First four across the line, Mingay into a nice move up into fifth ahead of Mazopi and Ryan Wild. That's how it goes at this point in time. Problems there, 150 pulling to the sideline, Dean Rice. So we're into the second half of this race, and you can see with just over 6.5 laps to go, Verheul seems to have this one pretty much under control. It's going to be a no giving up from Jonathan Peterson, that is for sure. And behind that, the third place man there, Eugene Brits, will be scratching that helmet saying, hang on a second, I had some good pace yesterday. If you look at the qualifying, 43.6s coming out of the qualifying times of Verheul. He's doing 43.7s at the moment, so he's only 0.10 of a second off. 43.8s out of Jonathan Peterson. He's on 43.8, so he's maintaining the same kind of pace. But even though Eugene Brits is doing 44.1s, which are slightly slower than what he was yesterday, it's the reason he's not able to run there. 128, Eric Mazopi goes over pipeline. Peterson is going to hang on for second, and it looks like Brits is going to take third. And down towards the final corner now they go. 139, not put a wheel wrong. Nick Verheul, done to perfection. Got the whole shot, hung on for the lead, pulled a nice almost 4-second gap over second place Jonathan Peterson. And that's a nice finish to the first heat of the day there for Nick Verheul, taking the win. So Nick Verheul takes the victory there. Second place goes to Jonathan Peterson. Third place goes to Eugene Brits. Fourth place is going to go to Foley. Verheul alongside Jonathan Peterson. Peterson hopefully has got something changed up on the setup he had in the first race, because he lost out quite a big way to Nick Verheul after the first finish. And as the tram lines, it's racing towards turn one, and there you go into turn one. It is Verheul who gets the drop. Verheul and Shane Foley actually squeezing through, I think, into third place. They're getting ahead of Eugene Brits. So Brits being caught out there by Shane Foley as they went into turn one and now down onto the back straight. Yes, confirmation of that. Eugene Brits, long way back there for him. Looks like Brits might have had a little bit of a change up in colours as well by the looks of things as they go through there. Out front though, no worries at all for the top two. Nicholas Verheul, Jonathan Peterson, 1 and 2. And then Shane Foley. I'm looking on track. I don't see Eugene Brits. Eugene Brits is not in this one. Eugene Brits is not in this one at all. So it looks like the Black Knight might have decided to go and play with DD2 and maybe just playing around with his options, but he's certainly not there. Verheul crosses the line in anger after the first lap on a 44.919. Jonathan Peterson 0.4 of a second behind him, so it looks like it's going to be similar situation to what we had in the first one. So just to give you confirmation there, ladies and gents, unfortunately we had a general power failure here at the circuit, so we have no pictures to our CCTV cameras or to our cameras out on circuit. But you can see Nick Verheul still maintaining a decent gap there over Jonathan Peterson, Shane Foley and Mingay, with Mazopi in fifth, Sherritt Wild, Dean Rice. So as they go into the thick of it here with 9 to go, it's Verheul, Peterson, Foley. Foley a little bit further back than the top two there, but Verheul and Peterson in a class of their own at this point in time. It's a big spread at this stage. Not really any battles, but there is a bit of a battle down into hockey stick there. I think that might be parked on the sideline, one of the cars as well. But that's the leader, and Nick Verheul doing exactly what he did in the first heat, just disappearing at the front end ahead of Jonathan Peterson. It's been a good day so far for Foley. Behind that, Alistair Mingay to the chairman of the board, and of course the committee members having some fun of their own out there. Cody Sherritt, Ryan Wild. Five to go as Nick Verheul crosses the line and starts Another lap in anger ahead of Jonathan Petersen. He's now 2.5 seconds up the road from Petersen. But no worries at all here for Nicholas Verheul. Minge closing down though, that's for sure. Flag comes out, win goes to Verheul, second to Petersen. Just too far back there. Shane Foley comes through for third place, and Minge for fourth, beating out Eric Mozopi for fifth.
The DD out on track right now. Nick Verheul going to be seen as a strong favourite here. 2 convincing wins under his belt. Race start there for Alice Dominguez. Starts the third one. He's just watched his little man on a good drive in the race. Alistair certainly a man who works pretty hard, absolutely super passionate about the club and hard racing. The man has spent many, many hours, day and night, filling in forms, attending seminars, and what have you to get this race meeting underway. We certainly tip our hats to him, man. It's put got time to get out there and go to race in a very tough class. On the track right now. Farming out his line of midnight. Takes up their third place. Shane Foley in this as well. Well, first time that Shane Foley's out there mixing into the DD2 crowd, I'm going to tell you now, in my book, the most improved driver in the world is this man here, Shane Foley. Well, cutting shape, having a little fast there with Eric Mozopi. Ryan Lyle and Dean Rice.
So there you go, ladies and gents, back into the action here and to the closing stages. We've got about 6 laps to go in the second heat of DDM, DD2 Masters, and 2 club boys going at it here in the national category. It's great to see that, actually. Alistair Minge and Shane Foley having a bit of fight of their own, and it's basically for local honours here, although Shane Foley has finished up really nicely in the 2 first heats. He got a 4th place in the first one, and he got a 3rd place in the second one. Minge getting a 5 and a 4 in the previous 2 heats of racing. So they're looking for chances to once again go 4 and 5, but this time it's Minge ahead of Foley. So a little in-house committee battle happening here for KwaZulu-Natal Kart Club and Idube Raceway. At the moment it's Nick Verheul, 1.9 seconds out in front, ahead of Jonathan Petersen. Eugene Brits has come through nicely. He had a spark plug problem in race 2, so it looks like that's all sorted out now, and he's back into the hunt for the 3 spot. But missing that second heat will be pretty crucial to his championship points. Let's see whether or not he's able to do anything about that one. Nick Verheul, though, doing exactly what he's done in the first 2 heats, getting away and staying away. I did hear, as I went to go and see somebody about a dog, whether or not there was going to be a change-up. Petersen did get to the front at one point in the beginning of the race, and then unfortunately lost out to Verheul, who's now just dominated and controlled things from the front again. 2.3 seconds, it's almost 3 seconds up the road now ahead of Jonathan Petersen, who's seeing shot heading up over pipeline. So Alistair Mingay and Shane Foley having a phenomenal battle for 4 and 5. One of the best dices we've seen all day, actually. And you can see Foley looking up the road going, what am I going to do to get past this man? Here they come. Foley dives on the inside. Mingay sees him coming, shuts the door. No one compromises their drive. Back up the hill they go again. And up over reverse pipeline. Foley's on the inside, has a look, doesn't quite get there though. Mingay and Foley going at it. Here comes Foley down the inside for hockey stick. Very tight stuff between the two of them. Absolutely brilliant to see the two committee members going at it and fighting not only for honours in nationals, but honours on their home track. It's for Hale. Hale's got it all sorted out now. 3 out of 3 for him. Checkered flag on standby. And the victory once again to Nicholas Verheul. Jonathan Petersen is going to come through for a great second place. That's 2 out of 2. 3 out of 3 for both of them. Third place is going to be Eugene Brits, who recovered after that first one and issues with his spark plug issue. And coming across the line, it is Mingay to change his luck around and this time beat out Shane Foley for 4 and 5. Verheul from Petersen, Brits and Mingay. It's Shane Foley, Marzopi, Sherritt and Wild beating out Dean Rice. And that's your top 9 in the DDMs. Verheul and Petersen on the front row, Brits and Foley the second row. Mingay and Marzopi, Sherritt and Wild and Dean Rice at the back as they go down towards turn 1 for the start of the final heat of DDM. Looks like it's Verheul who's got the drop and leads out and heads through there with a hard charge coming out of standard option in this category here today. Second place Jonathan Petersen and third place Eugene Brits. We'll try and keep a bit of the action at the back end at the initial stages there between Marzopi, Sherritt, Wild and Rice, and Alistair Mingay coming through at the back as well. So still some fun, having fun and games out there. Shane Foley into 4th. Behind that it's the Cody Sherritt car, and Sherritt now pushing hard, but you can see top 3 getting away almost instantaneously as they complete lap number 1 of 15. Verheul has not been better today. He's literally taken every single victory we started. A problem down at the bottom of the circuit as well. One of the carts there, I think it might be Alistair Mingay, who's had to park it on the sideline. He hasn't completed that last lap and is in 9th place, but I saw him pushing the cart at the bottom end of Thunderdome out of harm's way. So maybe a bit of an issue there for Alistair Mingay, but let's continue with the action at the front end as the top 3 go over the top of the reverse pipeline, and Brits now on the back end of Petersen. Brits diving on the inside, Petersen under attack. Brits has a big look, oh, nearly gets up close and personal. Just stays out of it. Very, very close there between Eugene Brits and Jonathan Petersen for second, but Brits just rolled out of it in the last part. It's a pity there for him. Had a big look, but it was close. Up the hill. Brits now trying to close down on second place Petersen. That move just cost him a little bit of time, so he's going to make up the ground again to have another go before he can have another go. Other factor, of course, to be taken into account is, at this point in the day, how good are the Mojo tyres? They've had 4 heats of racing, and they're into the 4th one. Looks like 128. That is Eric Marzopi with a problem on circuit as well. He gets going again. But another issue, of course, to bring into account is that with Brits sitting out the second heat due to that spark plug issue, he probably has a little bit extra rubber available on his car. And that kart will be looking for a chance to pounce now on Petersen. Second last race of the day here, and it's DDM in the house with 11.5 laps to go. Verheul, Petersen, Brits, Foley, Sherritt and Wild ahead of Dean Rice. Eric Marzopi had problems and Alistair Mingay on the sideline. So it hasn't quite worked out there. Here's a move from Brits. Oh, nearly gets through. And Petersen was late enough on the brakes to keep him out. Big dive into turn 1 there from Brits, having a look at Petersen, but Petersen just kept him honest. Already a 1.5 gap between these two and the leader. Brits, another big look here. No, just tucks in line astern. Doesn't show his cards yet. Turn 1. Brits has a go. Yeah, there you go. Peterson comes back at him, but Brits has got the inside line for the corkscrew and gets through. The Black Knight is back in the hunt. And he squeezes out Jonathan Peterson, looking over the shoulder, saying, oh, here we go. It's on. Last race of the day, and we're going to have some fun. I don't want to finish up line astern. I want to have a bit of fun. So we're seeing Eugene Brits dive through there. And there you have it, up into second place. And he maintains second. Peterson's coming back at him, though. Oh, a little touch on the back there, I think, there from Peterson. Just saying, I'm here. Don't forget that I'm right here, and I'm going to have a go back at you any second now. There you go, into SMD hockey stick. Not able to make it stick. Turn 1, possibly. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get him into turn 1. But the home track advantage is in Peterson's hands, of course. Let's see if he's able to use it and maybe find those Idube lines like we see down at Killarney. You've got those Killarney lines, you've got the Swartkops lines, and you've got the Idube lines. And I'm sure Peterson's got a couple of those sexy lines he's going to try later on in the race to get back at Eugene Brits. Into the double left. Hairpin the second part, and then right-hand flick into the start straight. Another lap down, and 3 to go. Brits and Peterson having a great one here. Still a little bit of work to be done for Brits if he wants to maintain second and possibly third overall in the championship. The win to Verheul is going to secure his championship lead with a perfect score. He'll be the second driver to have the perfect score this weekend. We saw it earlier on with Mohammed, I beg your pardon, with Ghazi Motlaka. Pole position in qualifying and 4 race victories. And a big look here from Peterson into hockey stick. Doesn't make it stick though. But there is 2 laps to go now. 150 is Dean Rice, parked on the sideline again. Oh, he's had a nightmare in this class. Has not worked out for the DD2s, but in his regional Mastermax category, he had quite a good day. So lap and a half to go now for these two. It's for second place here, and it's Jonathan Peterson, the attacker. Defense coming from Brits. Verheul has got this one, there's no doubt about it. And we'll start the final lap in the lead of this race. Verheul has got it plain sailing, there's no doubt about it here. It's who's going to be in second place. So Peterson going to have a go here. Peterson comes out of the final corner, has a look. No, runs wide, going to cut back early. Oh no, he made a mistake out of turn 1. Peterson makes a mistake out of turn 1 and loses ground there to Eugene Brits. That might be enough to give Eugene Brits second place. Yeah, that's enough. Eugene Brits is not going to make a mistake there. He'll wait and see. He'll realize the engine's not right in his ears anymore. And he'll know that the man in third place has made a slight mistake. So it's Verheul coming over the top of reverse pipeline and heading down for the final time into SMD hockey stick. And it's going to be Brits for second. A small mistake coming out of Peterson. It's going to be costly. Across the line, Verheul takes the win. 4 out of 4 and the second perfect score today for Nick Verheul. Eugene Brits gets second place. Third place goes to Jonathan Peterson. Foley will come through, and he will be taking, of course, the 4th place ahead of Cody Sherritt.
If somebody offered you the overall 4 wins on Jonathan's home track, would you have taken it on Friday?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's always nice to win at somebody else's home track, especially Jono. He's always got me here. It was pretty good to get him back. At least now I'm in the game for the rest of the season.
You were at a different level. He tried first on, he made 1 attempt in one of the heats, but every other race you were just on a different level. He couldn't even run. He was just going backwards and backwards. What made the difference?
I think he was actually struggling today. I wasn't doing anything different. I was just driving. My kart was working really well today for a change. It was just easy to drive. Kind of felt like driving a Mercedes around here.
Going forward, now we go to your home track.
Yep.
Or has Benoni become your home track?
No, I'll stick with Swartkops. Yes.
We're going to Swartkops. Swartkops with one major alteration for the last corner, which you've done before. Looking at the Swartkops coming up 6 heats over 2 days. You were sort of thinking, okay, I can do this. I can sew up a championship at Swartkops.
100%. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I haven't, in all my 15 years of racing karts, I haven't won a national yet. This is my chance, and I'm not going to drop it.
When last did you get Paxla on your home circuit?
Well, pretty much last year.
Michael Steve.
Yeah, Michael. But at least I can say that I was a lot closer to Michael than Nick today. He did a fantastic job. Yeah, I had no answers, but you know, from our side, we just had a really terrible day.
In the last heat, you had a big go at him at one stage early in the race. Was that a question of I have to do it now?
Yeah, so it was strange for me where we had pace for like 2 laps, and then all of a sudden just like a light switch and things would just switch off. And I don't know if it was the grip thing or a horsepower problem. I can honestly not tell you what the problem was, but all I know is that I'm about 0.8 of a second off on a bad day normally at Idube. So for us, we got a lot of head scratching to do. But from the race point of view, yeah, it was just a matter of going for it and see what we can make. If we can make a race of it, and maybe Eugene would join or something would happen, hopefully.
And now you have to go and return the favour at Swartkops.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's put the pressure on us. You know, there's a lot more up for stake there. I think it's about 8 heats.
6 heats.
6 heats. Is it 6? So yeah, there's 2. So it has to be a clean sweep at the end of the day if I want to make anything happen.